If you're a fan of Fragrance du Bois fragrances and you're looking to gift a Fragrance du Bois perfume, I have put together a gifting guide to make it super easy for you to shop fragrances this holiday season. Hello everyone, welcome back to Jus de Rose. So I have 5 Fragrance du Bois fragrances that each correspond to a different type of person, so it's super easy for you to find the right fragrance for the right person. This video is sponsored by Fragrance du Bois, and there is an amazing discount promotion happening from today, the 25th of November, until the 2nd of December, where you can get 15% off the Fragrance du Bois fragrances on the Fragrance du Bois website with the code FDB15. So if you want any of these perfumes or any other Fragrance du Bois fragrance, you can use the code FDB15 to get 15% off. Okay, with that out of the way, I'm gonna go into the first fragrance, which I would recommend for the Dapper Gentleman. So this is a man that is well-groomed, takes care of himself, he's stylish, he's polished, and so for this kind of guy, I would recommend London Spice. This perfume is a fresh, aromatic, spicy scent with notes of cardamom, nutmeg, lavender. There's some light florals and also a fresh aquatic note. If the person that you are looking for a gift loves fougère fragrances, London Spice is going to be right up their alley because it has that fresh aromatic touch of lavender, that almost like clean shaven man smell in this fragrance. But I find that here it's modernized and it has a unique twist with this aquatic marine note. It's a great versatile fragrance that you can, or that he can wear all year round, and so he can wear it, during the day, at the office, moving into the evening. So he'll have a lot of use out of this fragrance, which is also why I wanted to recommend it, because like that, he can get a solid, versatile fragrance for everyday wear. If you are shopping for a niche fragrance newbie, so someone who is obsessed with fragrances, but they want to elevate their fragrance collection and venture into niche, the one I would recommend from Fragrance du Bois is Santal Complet. And I've been watching a few videos online on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, and I can see like some people who love fragrances in general, and there's only like a few niche fragrances that they'll first buy, and Santal Complet very frequently features within like those first niche fragrances. And for good reason. It is a likable fragrance, it's easy to understand and not too challenging, all whilst smelling unique. So Santal Complet is a luminous and sheer sandalwood fragrance that is a bit sweet and just smells very nice. Some people have said that they can smell coconut. I don't really get a coconut feeling from this perfume. I get more of a creamy sandalwood and almost like a biscuity smell. For me, this smells like a biscuity butter biscuit, like a French butter biscuit called Lu, Petit Lu. This is what this fragrance reminds me of. So a biscuity sandalwood that is sheer and luminous. Not the longest lasting perfume on my skin. It lasts around 6 hours with a moderate to softer projection. So it's not one that is going to be crazy beast mode like, for example, Milano. This one is like super strong and loud. Santal Complet is quieter and stays closer to the skin, but nonetheless is a likable and really addictive fragrance. Now, if you have a flamboyant friend or relative, you're probably gonna wanna find a fragrance that is loud, that is bold, and something that's a bit different. And with that in mind, I would recommend Milano, which is a really strong, intoxicating, fruity leather fragrance. And it is truly magnetizing and one of my favorite fragrances from Fragrance du Bois. Now, this perfume does have a leather dominant note, but it doesn't smell like a leather bag. It's more like a fine Italian suede-like leather, so really elegant and sophisticated. And in fact, this perfume, out of like the fruity leather fragrance DNA, in my opinion, is the classiest and most sophisticated of them all. So a fine suede-like leather blended with a juicy, tangy, fruity raspberry note, very addictive. It's also sexy and definitely a statement piece to finish off any look. For the woman who has everything is probably the hardest person to shop for, because if she has everything, what fragrance are you gonna get her? So I would recommend going for a perfume that is unique, that is also has something a little extra, something special, a bit of sparkle. And with that in mind, I would recommend you go for Cavort. And I think that the bottle is stunning. I mean, to be fair, all of the Fragrance du Bois fragrances are beautiful, but with Cavort in particular, I love that it has a purple label. It makes it really stand out. But the juice itself also really stands out. This is a gorgeous, spicy, amber, rosy scent. There's a touch of fruitiness as well. A voluptuous rose with cinnamon, saffron, sandalwood, and incense. This fragrance is intoxicating, it's strong, it's also a little bit naughty, so make sure you know the person that you're buying this fragrance for. Like, she has a bit of a daring side. This fragrance is the type of perfume that should be worn on an evening, and so if she's looking for an evening perfume, a date night fragrance, this is a great one to go for. It's also really long lasting and projects super well and actually mixes really nicely with Milano. These two fragrances, the two together, are heaven. And so if the person that you want to get Cavort already has Milano, it's perfect. Or even if the person that you're gifting the fragrance for already has Milano, get them Cavort, because the two together, this combo is so sexy. It is a spicy, fruity, leather rose scent that is so intoxicating. I would start off by spraying Milano first, and then you can add Cavort on top. It's like, oh my God, this combination is so addictive, beautiful, elegant, classy, but also really sexy. And on the other side of the spectrum, if you are buying for a fragrance connoisseur, so someone who probably has a lot of niche fragrances and designer fragrances, maybe a collector who really knows the ins and outs of perfumes. So you're gonna wanna find a fragrance that is unique, that not a lot of people talk about, because it's likely that this person might watch YouTube as well. So the one fragrance I would recommend from Fragrance du Bois that is super duper unique and I feel is a bit of an underdog is Oud Violet Intense. You can see on YouTube, on Instagram, a lot of talk when it comes to Fragrance du Bois goes to Santal Complet, Oud Jaune Intense. Those are like the more popular fragrances, and I feel like Oud Violet Intense doesn't get as much love, and I don't understand, because it is a beautiful, beautiful, spicy, woody scent. And actually, this is the first perfume that really drew me into the brand when I first discovered Fragrance du Bois back a few years ago when I was in Jovoy. This is a fragrance that I was drawn to immediately, and it's just incredibly unique and very addictive as well. This perfume, interestingly enough, makes me think of the smell of a natural oud chip. And when I was in the boutique in Jovoy at the Fragrance du Bois counter, there was a big jar with some oud chips, and I opened it to smell it, and it was the most beautiful, delicate, woody, aromatic scent. Like, there was so much going on. It was so chic and elegant, and I didn't smell like the dark side of oud. It was just very soft and elegant, and that is what I smell in this perfume as well. It is complemented with nutmeg as well as tonka bean, so you're gonna get a light almond touch to the fragrance, so sprinkled with nutmeg and like a natural oud chip. Gorgeous fragrance, long lasting as well, and has a beautiful scent trail. In fact, every time I've worn this perfume, I've received a compliment because it has such a mesmerizing and intoxicating scent trail, and everyone has been asking me, "Oh, you smell so good, what are you wearing?" It was Oud Violet Intense. So this is also a big compliment magnet and a complete underdog from Fragrance du Bois. So I would recommend it for someone who knows their fragrances inside out. If you want to surprise them, then this is the one that you should go for. And that is it for today's video. As a reminder, if you want to get 15% off of these fragrances, you can use the code FDB15 that is valid today, the 25th of November until the 2nd of December. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.